Today we got a big old mystery bucket of saltwater invertebrates, some sea creatures here that we're gonna be adding to the saltwater pond behind me. I'm excited to get these guys in the pond. We're gonna go one by one. I got a bunch of stuff to add, so it should be some cool additions to our saltwater mini pond right here. You guys are gonna love it. Now before we jump into all the cool stuff we bought today, I gotta shout out my sponsor for today's video, Foreo. Now I've told you guys before how much I love Foreo because it has been one of the best gifts I've ever gotten Brooke, my significant other, my fiance, my soon-to-be wife. She absolutely loves this thing. It keeps her skin super hydrated, whether it's morning or night. There's tons of different masks. Now for me personally, I love the Make My Day mask because I start my day with that. It helps wake up my skin, get me started for the day. That's just me personally, but Brooke, she loves the night mask. That's her favorite mask. Now a big suggestion to all the fellas, all the fish guys out there, get your girl a Foreo. Now me and Brooke both obviously have different skin, so it works for both of us great. And obviously, like I mentioned, I do steal it sometimes and use it in the morning because it helps me wake up, but she absolutely loves it. So this specific device is actually the UFO 2. This is the UFO 2 supercharged facial device, and it is designed with a combination of cutting edge technologies that helps you feel instantly nourished and leaves you with a healthy glow from the first time you use it. So it helps skincare products get deeper below the surface level, leaving your skin feel more nourished and glowy, and I absolutely love how it connects to an app and it just guides you through the process of getting your face mask. And that's why Brooke loves it too. It's like a nightly ritual for her. You know, she gets her phone out, she opens the app, and she does her Foreo face mask. So it really does provide professional level treatment from the comfort of your own home at a much smaller cost. So if you want to get yourself a Foreo UFO 2, you can click my special link down below for 21% off the UFO 2. Go get one while you can get the deal. Get one for yourself, get one for your significant other. You will not regret it. Now let's get back into the video. So let's get into our first invertebrates inside the bucket. Now these guys I didn't really expect to get, but they are super miniature, super tiny, and pretty cool. These guys are literally the smallest starfish I've ever seen in my life. They are literally, both of them fit on my index finger inside. They're so small. They're so small. Now these guys can populate really quickly all over the tank, which is pretty cool. Some people think they're a nuisance if you have like reefs and stuff, but I don't have a reef, you know, I don't have corals and stuff. So let these guys go nuts in the tank. I know people use these to feed their harlequin shrimp. I know that is this is like their #1 food source, is these little tiny starfish. Obviously harlequin shrimp only eats starfish. So these guys are super easy to get and you can just throw them in the tank and have the harlequin shrimp just go nuts. I don't have one, but I think it'd be kind of cool to get one. So if you guys think I should get a harlequin shrimp, drop a like on this video and maybe we'll set up a strictly harlequin shrimp tank. I think that'd be really cool. Get them real big, feed them starfish. That would be dope. Let me know by dropping a like. So let's get these guys in the pond. They're so small, they're just gonna drift away in the current. They're literally tiny. Let's see if we can get them in the pond. So here's our world's smallest starfish. This guy is absolutely tiny. Look at the size of this guy. He's miniature. He's absolutely miniature. So I'm just gonna drop him in the pond and we're just gonna let him do his thing. So let's just let him float away. He's kind of stuck to my finger there. Just let him float off. And he's in the sand, but I'm sure he'll stick to the glass at some point and go absolutely buck wild on everything in the tank. So we have our miniature starfish in the pond. Let's see if these guys, you know, can populate. I think that'd be pretty cool. Next up in the bucket is gonna be one of the coolest invertebrates you can get, in my opinion. They are bright red. They are so cool. This guy is a red-booted shrimp or a blood shrimp. You can call them both names. That's what they're called, the blood shrimp, because he's bright red. This guy cannot get any more red. He's got a couple white spots, which are pretty cool, but straight up red. And this guy's gonna be awesome for this pond. We haven't gotten one of these guys for the aquarium. These guys used to be like 25 bucks back in the day, like 5 years ago. And now these guys are like 60 bucks. They're so expensive. People absolutely love them because they're so colorful. They brighten up the tank real nice and they're super cool. If you put your hand in there, they'll crawl right on it, all over it. They're a really, really cool addition to the pond. So this is our first red-booted shrimp going in the outdoor saltwater mini pond. And we are gonna keep adding to this awesome invertebrate collection. We got some really cool ones. Let's get this guy in the pond. This guy is so cool and so weird, dude. He's just bright red and he's feisty. He moves around like crazy. But yeah, he's like hugging my finger right now. That is really, really cool. Let's get him in the pond. Let's go ahead and get this guy in. He's super cool. He's gonna dart off right into the rocks, isn't he? There he is. He's hanging onto my finger now. He's hanging onto my finger. I told you guys, he likes to hang on to fingers. There he goes. There he goes, in the pond. Straight to the bottom, straight to the bottom. Let's go. We got our red-booted / blood shrimp in the pond. I'm sure he's gonna find some rocks. That might be the starfish right next to him. I'm sure he's gonna find some rocks and go in there right away. That is one really cool shrimp. The horseshoe crab even swam over there to say what's up to his new buddy here. So we got the horseshoe crab, who is just the biggest character in this pond. I absolutely love him. And the red-booted shrimp just cruising around We're gonna see where they end up. I guarantee he's gonna go into these rocks. Now that's our first shrimp in the pond today. That's not our last. We got some cool ones coming up. So let's get into the coolest sea urchin that we're gonna be adding to this pond. This guy is not like a normal sea urchin with those black spikes. This guy's got some thick spikes. He's super weird. They're not pointy at all. He's got some cool colors as well. We have one of these guys in the big saltwater pond and the giant one with pots and pans who crawls around all over the place, but we don't have one of these guys in the mini ponds. And this guy is really cool because he's probably gonna be the biggest invertebrate we have in here. He's gonna probably be the biggest sea urchin we have in here. He's really big and his spikes are really big. So it's definitely a good addition to the pond. He's got some weird stripes on him too, on some of the, every single spike on this guy is different. Some have like white stripes, some have yellow stripes, some don't have any stripes, some are red, brown. Really cool invertebrate. It just blows my mind that this guy is even a living thing. I can't believe this thing is actually alive. Very interesting creature here, but let's get him in the pond. Here he is. Let's get this cool guy in the pond. Now we're gonna put him down by everything else, right where the shrimp was, where we've been putting everything else. I can't wait to see what he's gonna do. It just pretty much looks like this rock right here. Now before we get into our next invert, if you guys do enjoy the video and you wanna see more of these kinds of videos where I'm stocking some cool invertebrates or fish, drop a like on the video and I'll make it happen. Let's get into our next invert. But our next invertebrate is this awesome cleaner shrimp right here. These guys are just as cool, if not cooler. This might be my favorite one of the day. I think they're a little bit cooler than that red-booted shrimp. You guys let me know in the comments what your guys' favorite one is. But I personally think the cleaner shrimp is cooler because we got that red, we got the yellow, we got the white. It's a really, really cool shrimp. A little bit better than the red-booted in my opinion, but it's both of them are really, really cool shrimps. Probably the two coolest ones you can get. So this is our next invertebrate going in the pond. It's gonna be a great addition because, hence the name cleaner shrimp, they love to clean up everything in the tank, especially all that food that drops to the bottom. This guy's gonna be great for that. So he's just gonna be on a mission all day long, cleaning up the tank and looking super cool. Let's get this guy in the pond. He looks so damn cool like this. Look at that thing. So weird looking. Look at all those little sensors he's got going on. He's the ultimate sensing shrimp right there with all those little antennas right there. That is so cool. Let's go ahead and get this guy in the saltwater pond and see where he's gonna go. Probably gonna hang onto my finger just like all the other shrimp do, but let's see how this guy's gonna be. Ready? Here he goes. First we get him in the water. Oh, he tried jumping away. Let's see where he's gonna go. He's gonna go back down to the, he's hanging onto my finger now. See, he's like cleaning my hand. So cool. This guy does not want to come off my hand, just like the red-booted. This guy's worse though. He's really, really trying to stay on. So let's get him finally off. There he goes. Started right off, right down to the aquarium, right by that red-booted shrimp, and right by, oh, where'd the red-booted shrimp go? I think he scurried, oh, there he is. Just kidding, found him. So we got the cleaner shrimp and the red-booted right next to each other, and the sea urchin. And the starfish, I think, is right there. A good little collection. They're all chilling right here. They don't want to go to the rocks. They're just hanging out, scouting out the area. All right, we went starfish, shrimp, sea urchin, shrimp. Now let's go to our next invertebrate, which is gonna be another starfish. This guy's way bigger though, and he's really cool. So this guy right here, I'm not sure exactly what kind of starfish it is, the exact name of it, but we've had them before in the past. These guys are really cool, but the tips of this guy's arms here look to be a little bit white for some reason. So we're gonna try to get this guy back to 100% health. He's really cool. On the bottom of him, he's got red, beige. He's got some red, got a little bit of yellow, got a little white in there. So it's definitely a cool starfish to add to the collection. I think we've had one of these guys before in the past. Not this exact one. The other one we had some white on him, but this guy's just straight like maroon, and he's got those, he's kind of like a chocolate chip starfish, but he's maroon. So let's get this guy in the pond. All right, so let's go ahead and get this guy in the pond now. I'm just gonna drop him down to the bottom so he can show with all the other inverts we dropped down here. So ready? 3, 2, boop. Let's see him go down. And he's right on top of the sea urchin. All right, let's fix that. Let's move him like right over here by the rocks and see where he's gonna go at the end of this video. So that is a really cool starfish, another great addition to the pond. We got our starfish, our sea urchin, our 2 shrimps down here, and our little mini starfish. So we got some cool invertebrates that are going in this pond. Now you guys can pick up on the pattern by now. We are moving back to shrimp, and not just any shrimp, the shrimp that are pretty cheap. These guys only $8, the peppermint shrimp. Now for some reason, this guy doesn't have that really red color. He's pretty dull. He's got like, he's almost translucent right now, and he's got like those eggs or food in his belly there, as you can see. but still a really cool shrimp. This is like a mini version of the blood shrimp. Usually they're bright red with white lines on them, but this guy has dulled out and is almost like a little clear, which is still cool for a shrimp. So we're definitely loading up the pond with as many invertebrates as possible, because I love the fact that when I do feed all the fish, they got plenty of food because it falls down to the bottom, and then out come all the invertebrates to clean up the whole mess. So it's really cool and important to have these guys in the aquarium. So let's go ahead and get this guy in the pond now. And let's see where this guy's gonna go. I wonder if he's gonna go with all the other buddies, or he's gonna sit on my hand for a while, because that's what they all do. They all sit on my hand for a while and they immediately start picking my skin. Why do they do that? Why does every single shrimp do that? I do not understand why every shrimp does that. So come on, get off, buddy. There he goes. See, you can barely see him because he's translucent. So he's gonna go down to where all the other shrimp are, right next to the red booted right here. They're checking each other out. He's like, hey, I was just with you in that bucket. So they're gonna be boys, they're gonna chill, and eventually these guys will move over to the rocks. So we got some awesome inverts for the pond today. Definitely some cool additions. Next time we do a nice little stocking video, it's gonna be fish. I'm trying to switch off between fish and inverts because I know you guys love the inverts, but you also love the fish. So next time we do it, we're gonna put some fish in here. Drop a comment down below of what kind of fish you wanna see in this pond, because the pond is doing great. And I wanna get some suggestions on some cool fish that you guys wanna see in the pond. So let me know down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.